All right, we're gonna walk through this one. What do you know about recorder? Just gonna kind of do it quickly, give you some examples of nice playing and not so nice playing. Number one, the mouthpiece should be held firmly between the teeth. False. Because if you do that, you're not gonna necessarily have your lips around the mouthpiece. You actually want your lips to be just gently around the tip of the mouthpiece, maybe that far. I rest it on my lower lip and place my upper lip above it. Close it gently like a drawstring purse, but just very soft. Number two, blowing too hard makes a high squeaky sound. I'm not even gonna play that for you because that's true. Don't blow too hard. We barely even want enough air to blow out a birthday candle. It's very, very gentle. The mouthpiece should never touch the lips. Number three, yeah, that's false. It needs to be touching your lips. Number four, you say the word da to start a tone. That's true, although there are other things you can say to start the tone, but I like da because it ends up being very gentle. And notice that I'm being a mirror for you, so this is not my right hand, but if you're holding up your recorder, your right hand is over there. So you should have your right hand on the bottom when you're holding your recorder. And if you say the word da to start a tone, it's very gentle, as opposed to ta, which comes out a little harsher. I like da. Number five says to make a good tone, you need a gentle, steady flow of air. Well, I'll let you try that out yourself. Try playing a long note with gentle, steady flow of air, and then try playing it with air that comes and goes from harsh to gentle, and see what you think is the right answer. 6, holes should be covered by the very tips of your fingers. Actually, that is false, because if I did that, I'd still have air coming out around those holes. I cover it with the pads of my fingers and make sure they're fully covered. Sometimes it's not like I'm gripping tight, but when I've played for a little while, I can turn my fingers over and see what I call recorder warts on the pads of each of those fingers. Number 7, you should use your tongue to stop the tone. If you're playing lead trumpet in jazz band, that would be true, but for recorder, it is not true. To stop the tone, you just stop blowing. You don't need to use your tongue. Makes a sharp cutoff. We don't want that on recorder. Number 8, your right hand goes on the top half of the recorder. False. Just remember, right on the bottom. Put it right on the bottom. Right on the bottom. And number 9 says the recorder is a wind instrument. Does it need wind to make a sound? And 10, to make a good sound, cover the correct holes all the way. True. You'll notice there's some fingering charts on here. And you can look at your recorder fingering chart to know which to color in. I'm going to color in the B right now, while you do too. See if you get the same answer I did. I'm copying off my recorder fingering chart. I like to say B for booger. Your thumb is on the back, and the top finger, I say that's your booger finger. Do not pick your nose, though. For A, I'm looking at the fingering chart and copying it onto my paper. Thumb and 2 fingers. Oops, I'm not covering it all the way. Let me try. There we go. A has 2 fingers down. So A looks like this. Thumb, 1, 2. If you take them off, it's like kind of the shape of the letter A. And the last one, G, that's actually the trickiest one you're going to play for a while, because if you don't get all fingers pushed firmly down and fully close the holes, you might get a squeak. And if you get a squeak, it's probably your thumb that's not covering all the way. But check all 3 fingers plus your thumb. So those 3 notes look like this. Thumb, covering the thumb hole. Your right hand's on the bottom, and for now we're just going to hold the very bottom of your recorder. Thumb on there. The first finger's on the note for B, 2 fingers for A, and 3 fingers for G. They sound like this.